Because India has numerous injection molding machines running. Every machine requires a mold, and on an average we see that one injection molding machine usually has 2 to 3 on an average injection molds. So you can imagine in India how many molds are required in manufacturing, and most of the cases, if I tell you, critical molds, complicated molds, even shorter, smaller or larger molds, many of them are imported. So there is a big market not only for business, but whosoever puts up a business, he also requires good engineers, technicians to manufacture the mold. Knowledge is there, manpower is there, opportunities are aplenty. So plastic injection molding business and plastic mold manufacturing business offers tremendous opportunity. It's a sunrise sector you can explore. If you need any help, I'm always there. Hello friends, welcome back to Plastic Industry YouTube channel. I'm Amit. In our previous video, we discussed core development, cavity development, parting line selection. Today, we move to another critical area of injection mold design. Many molds fail not because of poor machining. Many molds fail because of poor gate location and improper runner design. A beautiful mold can still produce warped parts, sink marks, shorts, weld lines and inconsistent quality if the material does not flow correctly. That is why today's topic is gate location selection, runner design and balancing material flow inside the mold. Let's begin. What is gate? The gate is the small opening through which molten plastic enters the mold cavity. Think of it as the doorway between the runner system and the product. The gate controls 1. Flow direction, 2. Filling pattern, 3. Packing efficiency, and 4. Holding pressure effectiveness, 5. Surface appearance, 6. Dimensional stability, and 7 is cycle time. So you can understand how important gate design, gate location and gate type is in plastic injection molding manufacturing sector. A poor gate location can ruin a perfectly designed mold. A good gate location can dramatically improve part quality. Therefore, experienced mold designers spend considerable time selecting the correct gate location. Now, why gate location is critical? When molten plastic enters the cavity, it starts cooling immediately. The flow path determines how the cavity fills, where weld lines come from, where air traps occur, how shrinkage develops, where internal stresses accumulate. Consider a rectangular container. If gated from one corner, material travels a long distance, pressure drop increases, shrinkage becomes uneven, warpage becomes more likely. Now imagine gating from the center. Flow becomes more uniform, pressure distribution improves, packing becomes more effective, the final product quality improves significantly. This shows why gate location directly affects product performance. Now, factors to consider while selecting gate location. 1. Wall thickness. Always try to get into thicker sections. Thick sections remain molten longer. This allows better packing pressure transmission. Result: less sink mark, better dimensional stability, lower internal stress. Number 2. Flow length. Keep the flow length as short as possible. Long flow paths increase pressure loss, temperature loss, Cycle time, risk of shorts. Shorter flow paths generally produce better parts. Composite appearance. Gate marks remain visible. Therefore, avoid placing gates on visible surfaces, decorative surfaces, customer facing areas, branding areas. For consumer products, aesthetics are extremely important. 4. Weld line control. When two flow points meet, a weld line forms. Weld lines may reduce strength, especially in engineering plastics. Good gate location can move weld lines to non-critical areas. 5. Ejection consideration. Gate should not interfere with ejection. Improper gate placement may cause part sticking, gate vestige problems, ejection marks, part deformations. Types of gates commonly used in injection molds. First is edge gate. It is most commonly used. It's very simple to machine. Cost is lower, easy maintenance, widely used for containers and general moldings. Fan gate, used for large flat components, provides wider flow front, reduces orientation effects, improves filling. Dab gate, used for transparent parts, reduces jetting effect, improves appearance. Common in acrylic and polycarbonate products. Now pin gate, widely used in multi-cavity molds. Small gate mark, automatic gate separation, suitable for high volume productions. Now submarine gates, automatic degating, reduces secondary operations, frequently used in engineering components. Hot tip gate, used in hot runner molds, reduces material waste, improves productivity, suitable for high volume manufacturing. What is a runner? The runner is the channel that carries molten plastic from the screw to the gate. Think of runners as highways carrying molten plastic. Their design determines flow resistance, pressure drop, material usage, cycle time, part consistency, and improperly designed runner increases waste and reduces productivity. Runner design principles. Keep runner length short. Short runners reduce pressure loss, material consumption, cooling time, energy consumption. Always design the shortest practical runner. Use proper runner size. Too small, high pressure drop. Short shorts. Poor filling, high shear heating. Too large, excess material waste. Long cooling times. Increased cycle time. The runner should be optimized, not oversized. Preferred runner shapes. Now, round runners are the best. Why? Because they provide lowest pressure drop, best flow efficiency, uniform cooling, maximum flow area related to perimeter. After round runners, modified trapezoidal runners are also commonly used. Full round runners provide highest efficiency. Smooth flow paths. Avoid sharp corners, sudden diameter changes, abrupt transitions. These create turbulence and pressure losses. Use gradual transitions wherever possible. Now, balancing material flow in multi-cavity molds. This is where many designers struggle. Imagine A 4-cavity mold. If runner lengths are unequal, some cavities fill first, others fill later. What is the result? Weight variation, dimensional variation, flash in some cavities, shorts in another, poor process stability, customer complaints. So what is a balanced runner system? A balanced runner system ensures every cavity receives material at the same time, the same pressure, the same temperature, the same flow rate. This produces identical parts. Naturally balanced runner layout. The best example is a symmetrical runner layout. Each cavity is equidistant from the screw. Flow path lengths are equal. Pressure losses are equal. Fill times are equal. This is called naturally balanced runner. Artificially balanced runner layout. Sometimes equal runner lengths are impossible. In such cases, runner diameters are adjusted. Smaller runners near closer cavities, larger runners near distant cavities. This equalizes pressure losses. This method is called artificial balancing. The flow analysis and modern mold design. Today, many mold designers use simulation software. Examples include Mold Flow, Moldx 3D, Sigma Soft. These tools help predict fill pattern, pressure distribution, weld lines, air traps, temperature gradients, warpage before manufacturing the mold. This significantly reduces development risk. So, common mistakes to avoid. What are those? Avoid these beginner mistakes. Getting on cosmetic surfaces, excessively long runners, unbalanced runner system, very small gates causing pressure loss, very large gates causing difficult trimming, ignoring weld lines, ignoring venting requirements, selecting gate location based on convenience. Remember, the easiest gate to machine is not always the best gate for product quality. Friends, today we have learned importance of gate location, factors affecting gate location, different gate types, runner design fundamentals, balanced and unbalanced runner systems, flow balancing techniques, common design mistakes. A mold, injection mold, doesn't merely shape plastic. An injection mold controls how plastic flows, and controlling flow is the key to producing high quality plastic injection molded part continuously. In the next video, we will discuss cooling system design, cooling channel placement, heat removal efficiency, and cycle time optimization. If you found this video useful, please like, share, comment and subscribe so that I bring more such educational, interesting videos for upgrading your knowledge as well as mine, and at the same time benefit you so that you can start designing and making manufacturing comfortably of plastic injection mold. Why? Because India has numerous automatic injection molding machines running, and every mold is required, every machine requires a mold. And on an average, we see that one injection molding machine usually has 2 to 3 on an average injection mold. So you can imagine in India how many molds are required in manufacturing. And most of the cases, if I tell you, critical molds, complicated molds, even shorter, smaller or larger molds, many of them are imported. So there is a big market not only for business, but whosoever puts up a business, he also requires good engineers, technicians to manufacture the mold. Knowledge is there, manpower is there, opportunities are aplenty. So plastic injection molding business and plastic mold manufacturing business offers tremendous opportunity. It's a sunrise sector you can explore. If you need any help, I'm always there. I'm Amit. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.